She's definitely not straight. So this has been about the most frustrated I've been with a mixer in a long time. And when they say you should learn something new every single day, well, I definitely did that. But for the life of me, I could not figure out why on every rotation the paddle was just dinging the back of the bowl. Now typically you'll see them hit the sides of the bowl, and that typically happens after a machine takes a tumble. They'll fall off the counter and one of these arms will just get smashed in, which will shift the position of this bowl in the cradle of the arms, causing it to go gong. But that's generally easily fixed by just taking these arms and bending them back out to where they need to be. I ran through every possible scenario. Why is it hitting the back of the bowl? I inspected the arms to see maybe if they were bent downward. I looked for any bend, gap, or separation where these housings meet to maybe see if the head was sagging. I tried just about everything till I realized she's definitely not straight. Take a look at that. After putting all the pieces together, it made sense. So there's this big giant nick right here. This machine must have toppled off of the counter onto the floor, hitting right here on the nose, which caused a ton of pressure right here on this lower housing, resulting in it getting bent, thus allowing that paddle to sit further back in the bowl and hit the back side on each rotation. Now that we know the root of the issue, let's fix it. Then we're gonna have to replace this lower gear case, but first let's appreciate just how grimy this sucker was. Yuck. There are a few things we want to salvage. This is the rest for the speed control board. We want to go ahead, let's remove that. And there also used to be a thumb guard that broke off right here. We want to save that screw because, well, we're going to get a new one of these. So we'll go ahead and remove that as well. So this machine fell so hard that not only did it bend the lower gear case here, it broke off this thumb guard, but if you look right here, this is one of the mounting tabs for the motor. That's right, it looks like that right there. It just seats into that hole right there. Well, it took such a hard shot that it just broke it right off. Moving right along, there are 1, 2, 3 screws right here that we need to remove. In doing so will allow us to just take off that lower gear case. There are 2 alignment pins right here that mount into these alignment holes. Those are very important, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to punch those out. Or just push them out, rather. They weren't in there that tight. And we can go ahead and just set these guys right down into place. Now we are now ready for our new lower housing. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to drop that down where it needs to go, securing it back into place with the 3 screws that we removed from the old one. And we want to make sure that we get these puppies tight. Now before we go any further, we want to take a punch and we want to punch in those pins right there. There's one on each side. So those 2 pins have a tendency to drift upwards and these will get loose. And these heads will just thrash up and down, which is terrible for the machine. All right, let's reinstall this speedboard rest. Speaking of which, we are now ready to install said speedboard. We're going to start by sliding our power cord into place. And there is a clip on the power cord. And we need to click that clip into place. And from there, we're going to weasel our speedboard down. You see, we got it through the rest and sitting into place. Now we're ready to go ahead and install the screws to secure it. And there are just 2 screws that secure that into place. Since we had this thing torn all the way down, we are going to do a complete rebuild on this thing. Now we do offer full rebuild kits for the 7 and 8 quart commercial 1.3 horsepower DC machines. It comes with the speedboard, a new motor, the ring gear, a planetary, and a planetary pin, as well as the cutest little tub of grease. I'll show you what this is for here in a minute. And if you have one of these styles of machines, I 100% recommend doing a full rebuild because, well, it's going to make your machine brand spanking new. And moving right along, we're going to drop this motor into place. We do that by getting these alignment pins lined up and then just dropping it down into place. Now we want to make sure this hall sensor is coming underneath the motor and sticking out on the side with the speed control lever because it mounts in right there. There are 4 screws that mount this motor down. This one, this one, this one, and that one. And once that motor is secured, we can marry the clips that run from the power cord to the power wire on the motor. I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride. And we can clip in our hall sensor. It goes right here. Click. Now is a great time to just test to make sure that it runs, and boy does she. Now we are ready to install our ring gear here. You see these 2 little cutouts right here? Well, there's 2 ridges on the motor right here as well. Take a look-see here, you just line those up, push that up into place, and then secure it into place with 1, 2, 3, and 4 mounting bolts. Gucci, Gucci, cute. I didn't forget about you, you cute little fella. This is just the littlest tub of grease, so we're gonna get some of that on our finger here, and we're gonna apply that to the teeth of this ring gear. Once that's lubed up, we can go ahead and just slide our planetary up into place. And we're going to turn that till we align these pinholes. And once those are aligned, you can just punch that into place. This thing's rocking right along. It's basically fully assembled now. We just got to get the top housing on. Now we dropped that housing on. There are also 1, 2, 3, and 4 screws to install to secure that into place. And then lastly, we're going to put our beauty band on and screw that into place as well. And just like that, we quite literally have a brand new 8-quart commercial mixer. So there we go. If you have one of these 7 or 8 quart DC powered machines, these full rebuild kits go a long way to make these machines literally brand new again. And this is definitely something that you can do as a weekend project. So make sure to pick up one of our kits, MrMixer.store.